You know, you're a small business owner. You've been a small business owner for how long now?
I've been a professional business coach for almost 9.5 years, almost 10 years, and then I've owned a number of other business, did 14 startup businesses before that.
What are the top three lessons you've learned from being in business for the last bunch of years?
Well, it's interesting. I've had the opportunity to meet some some fairly famous people, and one of the best things that I learned from that is something that I do every day. I met one of the gentlemen that's one of the top five richest people on the planet Earth and owns one of the big software companies, and I asked him, "What do you do every day to maintain the level that you're at?" And he said something I think about every day. He said two things. He said the first thing is I try to go to work every morning with the same mentality as I did on my first day of work. Now, here's a 60 to 80 billion dollar company, and he's telling me he wants to have the same mentality and his whole staff the same mentality as the first day. So, what is the first day?
It's pretty
Well,
exciting.
the first day is I'm excited. The first day is we're not going to waste any money. That if things go wrong or is going wrong, we're going to have the metrics to know that we need to stop it. We're not going to get enamored with anything. We're going to stop it. We're not going to waste a penny. That we're going to work hard, we're going to work smart, we're going to have a vision, we're going to have goals. That's the mentality that you should have on that first day of business. And he strives to do that. The second thing that he shared with me is he said, I also have the mentality, the second thing I have is the mentality that I could be broke tomorrow. Everything could go south tonight. So what am I doing today to prevent that from happening? And those are the two things I think about every day, and I share with my clients. I'll try to think of a third one here, but those are the two things that I learned from some very smart people, very successful people.
Those are
That you
two.
know,
Those are two. You know, there's no need to have three here. I mean, those are two great ones. You know, maintaining that excitement, maintaining that level, and maintaining that energy, I guess, is how I would put that. And then doing everything you can to make sure that you know it's available again tomorrow, and the day after,
yeah,
and the day after, because we don't know what
don't
life's
lose
gonna.
your sight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
life throws curveballs. Any number of different things could happen. You know, we are totally out of control, right? It's not in our control whatsoever, and so we have to do everything we can to make today as successful as possible.
and that's what I say. And so many times there's so many little things that get in the way that we worry about that because we don't prioritize what we do. There's so many things we get worried about that you see. I don't believe that. I believe in work-life balance, but I don't believe there's a separation. I believe if you're going to be a business person at whatever size, unless it's big corporate, if you're going to be a business person, it all rolls together. And the key is having the clarity to figure out how to make that work.
Yeah, I think it's called
And part of
life.
the,
I think it's called life, and part of life has to do with making a contribution, and part of life has to do with your family, and some of it has to do with your health, and some of it has to do with financial independence and some spirituality, whatever your stuff is. But it's all blended together. We're all one person. We're doing it all.
that's right. It's all blended. So you have to figure that out the best and not let one of the things we teach in time management and task prioritization. It was a quote by a German philosopher, and he said, "Never let the most important things at life be at the mercy of the least important things." And he said that in 1760.
Yeah. So
And
some of the brilliancies, well, many of the brilliancies are happened long ago. We just sometimes, what I hate is having to relearn them.
it's just applicable. So when I look at these simple things, have the same mentality as I did when I started. Be excited. Watch our money. Don't get enamored with anything. And a lot of people do. I mean, we can talk all day about that. How people go in business and they spend a marketing budget, a huge marketing budget on things that just don't work, and they know it doesn't work, but they keep doing it because, quote, got to do something.
That's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to spend money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the real entrepreneur that makes it today knows that if it doesn't work, you've got metrics to back it up that it doesn't work, and you rid yourself of it. You
Yeah. You
move
have
on
to
to try to
shift.
find something else.
You have to shift. You have to
Remember,
as soon as
what
as soon as
happened? Why did it happen? How will it never happen again? See you later.